Hello and welcome back to Zarni playing some Diablo 3. I recently finished the entire game, so D3 plus the expansion of Reaper of Souls, on Master difficulty, um, on my Crusader, which you see in front of you that I accidentally just clicked on. Um, so I've decided that now I'm going to, since I didn't really play through the entire game. I started in Act 2 and then didn't even, and then went through some of it with, on stream and on video and some of it not. Um, and then decided to just go through all of pretty much Acts 4 and 5 off stream, um, on my own. I decided just, that I wanted to start a new character entirely. Um, as you can see, I have a demon hunter, another paladin or crusader, sorry, who probably will not play, and a wizard, um, all at level 70. So I'm thinking I'm going to either do a barbarian or a monk, or a witch doctor. As you can see, I haven't gotten any of those past level 30, and that being my barbarian at the highest. So I'm probably going to do one of those, and that I can play on stream, only, or not on stream, but on video only. Go through the entire game from start to finish, cutscenes, all of it, on stream, or on video, I keep saying stream, on video, and so there won't be large gaps in the storyline and in my leveling and whatnot. Probably at this point I'm leaning toward Barbarian, although in part because I have a lot of strength equipment already. Although I haven't, like I said, I've only gotten a monk to 15 and a witch doctor to 16, so it's not like I've done much with any of them, and so it'd be kind of nice to do any of those. I missed all of Season 2. Interesting. At this point... these two people are wearing the same helmet. Anyway, at this point, I'm probably... Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna start a character. It'll probably... Well, now I don't know. What do I want it to be? The main reason I haven't done a witch doctor is that minions just aren't really my thing. They just they I, they die really easy for one. Which I've noticed is a problem when you're trying to keep your zombie dogs up, but they die and then you have no damage because your zombie dogs are one of your main skills. So in higher difficulties, they die really easy. And it's, in terms of like the frogs jumping, it's not as specific. Like it's not as targeted as I would like. I can't go, hey, I need to kill this thing, I need to kill. Monk, I haven't done all that much of. I didn't like it a whole, compared to the other melee classes of Barbarian and Crusader, it was just the least attractive of the three for me. The skills just seem kind of more group oriented, but after playing the Crusader, group oriented can work. And also at higher difficulties, just the defensive skills that are there can help. Oops. And the Barbarian, it's just good. The only reason I stopped playing my Barbarian back in the day was that the friends I was playing with at the time had Barbarians, usually. Or another, it was either a Barbarian or Crusader. Because I didn't really play a whole lot. Like, I didn't get to max level until Reaper of Souls came out, I don't think. Maybe I did on my Wizard solo, but I didn't start really playing with friends until Reaper of Souls, at which point there's the Crusader, so I didn't want to overlap on strength and melee. There's just too many things in one small area. It's just hard to maneuver, hard to chase things down sometimes, such as the treasure goblins if everyone's melee. So yeah, I think I'll go with. Can I turn him? No. I think I'll go with the Barbarian. Not sure why he has to, wipe nothing off his face and then spit before yelling, but whatever. And now to figure out a name. Barney. I think I'm feeling lazy. Because I should be able to keep the same stash and gold as my other person. Campaign, Act 1. Sure. Oh. Well, that won't really matter at first, but I need to remember to get my gems from my other character. So I will do my best in this game not to, in this run through, not to, give away plot. So having not really done anything like this before, I apologize ahead of time if I spoil things. But I will really try to not spoil anything, and if I do, I will, like if I do start talking about something in the future, I will give a big old spoiler alert, and put something on stream, or on the video.
I tire of the empty battles I once craved. I wander, outcast, while my tribe curses the gods who abandoned us. Our home is in ruins, yet I stand firm. 6 days ago, the falling star struck the town of Tristram. The dead rose in its wake. What evil is this? Could it be what I have sought these long years? A foe worthy of my blade?
Reminds me of the Blade Masters from
This
Warcraft
place
3.
reeks
A
of
taste of my
death.
blade.
The fallen star is near.
Welcome to New Tristram. Bwahaha. So yeah, sword, shield, and nakedness. So apparently I'm some great warrior who always fights naked. I don't understand how that works, but... Ah, interesting. Yeah. Oh, and I have my Paragon from the beginning. Fantastic. So for the beginning, let's pump up strength. Probably attack speed still. Although, I believe, point for point crit hit damage is the best. But without any crit chance, it's not so great. Max health for now. Actually, at low levels, the resistance is probably best. Oops. Because let's see. Yeah, that's pretty huge. I mean, just yeah, the resistance to everything, plus just the flat. Can I get armor from that? Oh, but it's percentage, so yeah, not as good, especially when you don't have any gear. 0.1 per point. Ugh. Again, until you get higher. I mean, I'd need at least 10 to make that even quasi worth it. These are just silly. I mean, resource cost reduction can be nice, but since I don't have anything to spend my wrath on yet, let's go with just the gold find. Gold find. And keep in mind
have blessed me.
that things like
the fallen star.
It fell on the old cathedral. There was only one survivor, Leah. You should speak with her.
Captain Rumford, more dead are coming.
We can't open the gates until we drive them back.
things like the percentage armor, or percentage of your current armor, obviously, and current health. But, the, other things like percentage gold find, it's not a 6% on top of, you know, it's not 6% increase of what you have, it's just 6% on top of the other percentages. So, if you have 35% increased gold find, you'll get 41 instead.
The dead have been a bane on our existence since that cursed fire fell. We have to burn them, just to make sure they don't rise from the grave.
I came here to study the fall of old Tristram. This is closer to the town.
Zakharum has fallen to disgrace. What fate can save us now?
I promised
Marco I'd protect him, but now he's dead.
That's unfortunate. I'm also going to be going through all of these conversations. You know, playing all the cutscenes in their full, all the little transitions and everything in full. Going to be going through every conversation. You know, this is a full play. But this is also because of achievements. There are some achievements I haven't gotten, so I want to make sure.
Nothing ever seems to change in New Tristram, does it?
What do you mean?
There's always some threat of the risen dead or foul evil descending on the town, isn't there?
The only thing that will be different than like a new game, like a fresh season, is the Paragon points. Paragon levels are a nice little bonus, and I may get more as, you know, in between videos, simply because I'll probably be playing my Crusader, which will get me Paragon levels. Just in case you don't know, Paragon levels are what you get once you've reached level cap. Your experience becomes Paragon levels, which, as shown, go into these, you know, it's level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6, level 7, level 8. So, it, you know, one It's not 1 point per level, obviously, or else I'd have 25 points in each of these. But it's, you know, it just goes 1 in each every time. You know, it just goes step by step. Tab by tab, that's what I was looking for. But anyway, that's the only thing that'll be different is that I'll have all the artisans, all the crafters, and I will have them. They're already max level. I already have a bunch of gold, but that's not a big deal. Gold's never a big deal. Gems I will have plenty of, which will make, again, that's just going to make the game go faster because my gear will be better. I'll have some extra gear, such as all these, you know, these various weapons, and things, and crappy gems that I'm just hanging on to. But yeah, so I'll have conversations, and really just conversations, and maybe I'll be able to make some stuff for myself that you wouldn't get if you were starting fresh. It's just because I have the people already.
Some heroes are fighting each other in an area you didn't hear about. Afraid of damaging your armor. In fact, no one even...
It's rather disappointing. Yeah, probably.
For many years, villagers were too afraid to settle near the ruins of the cursed town Tristram. But as time went by, adventurers arrived to loot the old cathedral, and their business was profitable enough that new Tristram sprang up to accommodate them. Fewer travelers visit now, though, and the town is mostly populated by craftsmen and farmers.
So after that, I just now decided to do those books and such a little differently, in that the books, I'm not going to go into any of the, I decided I'm not going to go into any of the lore for the animals I kill, frankly, because I don't think, I don't remember if it'll pop up with a new lore thingy for animals. But the books that I will be getting, I'll just, you know, grab them, and then
we've been under siege for 6
instead of
days
listening,
now.
I'll show it here,
Uncle Deckard is still missing.
and then cancel the audio so that I can continue on. So I'll show it here. You can pause it and read it if you want.
Rumford said you survived.
But I'm gonna try and speed things up a little bit, otherwise it'll just take forever.
But it blasted my uncle Deckard Cain into the depths of the old cathedral. I came back here to rally the militia.
Watch out! The wounded are turning!
Not enough fury.
This is killing business.
I love that line, because I love
The
puns.
dead will overwhelm us all.
I will send them back.
Thank you. You should speak with...
I'm also going to cut through those. Again, you can slow the video down if you need to read them.
Clear the way. I wish to pass.
How dare you speak to me like that?
Why are you trying to leave?
Are you mad? This town is doomed. Anyone...
No. For now, the safest place for cowards is behind the gates.
I will leave some bits to speak the whole time.
Only Rumford came back. How could that help us?
We never should have built on this cursed ground. Maybe Cain was right. Even in death, Diablo torments us.
There's some things that I'll let go just because I think they're fantastic lines. But for the most part, I'll just click through as fast as I read them.
We have come at last to Tristram's old cathedral.
So now back to start.
How can I help fight the Risen?
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the...
Your warriors will be avenged.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike at the wretched mothers...
They're attacking the barricades!
That was a crit.
There! That's one of the wretched mothers. There are more of them in the ruins down
Oh,
the road.
okay, so it will give me the lore, but I'm not gonna bother with those. I just don't care that much. Sorry, peeps. Eeny, meeny, miny, potato. Probably gonna do that just because I don't know what the single target damage at the moment. Not sure why that was saying I had a new skill. It was weird. I do want to check real quick if I can... Well, I need to talk to Leah. Whoops.
For a long time, Uncle Deckard avoided coming back. This is where Diablo drove old King Leoric mad and terror. I don't know what really happened here, but whatever.
Blah de blah. See if I can forge myself anything. Indeed, I can. Sure, why not? I love the numbers in the early game. It's so silly. Oh, interesting.
Got a right good bunch of things for you this fine day.
Should have probably looked at this guy first. I have the money to spare, so why not? Oh, and legs. Yay, legs. Can I dual wield? No, I can wield two-handed things. But I don't think I can do... Oh, let's... Real quick. I can! It's really not that good. Apparently that's all I'm gonna get. Can I keep that? Actually, definitely keeping that because looking at my damage, it just doesn't go up that much. I do want to real-time test how dual wielding works with this. In that, if it combines the weapons for you know, my attacks, and that's a big deal. I don't think it does. I think it's just the one. So that's 28 to 30. 20 to 30-ish. Okay, now let's find out how this works. And kill a wretched mother in the process. Yeah, it's a tiny bit higher, but not much. So, yeah, oh well. Eventually, I want to be wielding a two-handed weapon. But, similar to how it was with my Crusader, if you watched any of those, I will be pretty much just using whatever weapon's best. You know, damage is far more important than anything else. I'm on master difficulty, sometimes it just doesn't feel like it.
ancients grant me strength.
Huzzah! Oh, it generates fury, though. Fantastico.
While exploring a cave with hopes of finding hidden treasure, I came upon a most grisly sight. A heap of dead bodies. Unbelievably, as I was searching them for any items of value, they began to rise. I must tell them of this in New Tristram before it's too late.
Somehow, I think he didn't tell us of this in New Tristram. Small hint, if you're ever playing this. The fat dudes, the guys that can spawn the little ones, the little half-eaten things that crawl along the ground. These guys, the big fat dudes that can spawn the little ones when they split in half. You know they're going to split.
The king has gone mad. Executing anyone his paranoid eye falls on. None of us are safe.
That was just short, so I figured I'd let it talk. If they fall forward, well, after you kill them, I'll see if I can find it. These guys, the walking corpses. Those are just the risen. See how that guy fell backwards and his head popped off? If they instead fall forward, that means that shows that they're going to spawn one of the... They're going to split in half and crawl after you as one of the half-eaten dudes. So just something you can tell, that way you don't end up having to, go running by and then, oh, I have to go kill this guy because it's crawling after me type of thing. I'm one of those people who just goes everywhere, kills everything. It's like in World of Warcraft during dungeon runs. I always prefer to go everywhere, kill everything. I mean, within reason. I don't go into every little nook and cranny if I don't need to. But actually, I'm gonna do things a little differently this time. But I do try to, pull a little extra around, where I am. For example, if we had to run through this path, I would go out to here and taunt all the things around just to get a little bit of extra experience as we're killing the groups. Well, in this game, I go everywhere because of the loot. Loot can be anywhere, and often the better things, resplendent chests, at bonus, little mini dungeons and such, are in places that aren't along the main path. So to only follow the main path,
these unholy creatures can rest now.
Robs you of, your own chance for gear. So it just seems silly to not do so. See how he fell forward and a torso, and a crawling torso came out? Special tactics, my friends. Special tactics. Oh, right, I got a new thing. I'll definitely be using that against bosses, because the dot is just... Dots are amazing against bosses. You can just hit and run. Makes you take a lot less damage, and since there's no stacking, you can't stack your debuff, nor can you...
The ancients have blessed me.
Good gravy. Oh, because of the bonus. This is tempting, but I'll probably keep it for the single target stuff. Sorry, anyway, as I was saying, hit and run tactics, especially on higher difficulty levels, are the way to go. Because, there's no reason to, continue hitting with a dot, because they don't, it doesn't stack up. It refreshes, but doesn't stack up. Any other damage, so you're kind of just wasting damage, honestly, by constantly refreshing the dot. Dots being damage over time. And the damage that you do is comparable, oftentimes, to just standing and attacking. There are some abilities that do like up front and then and a dot, and apply a dot, in which case it can be beneficial to continue to attack. But I find that on boss fights where being in melee range can often lead to taking a lot of damage, it's hit and run. Gives you plenty of time to gather up, recover health, and dodge attacks. Ooh, these guys suddenly got a massive jump in difficulty. Oh, I forgot that side dungeons, the bonus dungeon. No, I think that's Path of Exile. Yeah, I was thinking Path of Exile. I don't know about this game. It would make sense if, in this game as well, that side dungeons, optional areas, had the same sort of, interest. Oh, that's a different shield. Okay. Had the same sort of increased difficulty as they do in Path of Exile. Oh, that's gonna spawn a corpse. That's interesting. It was coming after me before. Oh, sorry.
Time to test my skill.
Indeed it is. Oh, and wow. That's fantastic. I was completely trapped. In this game you can hold down the mouse button in order to
more fury.
I just get 2 or 1. Over here, stop.
Not enough fury.
Sorry, I get sidetracked easily. Because I like to focus on what I'm doing, and I'm impatient, so I'm constantly trying to do things. So I apologize for the fact that I keep cutting myself off in mid-stream. Anywho, as I was saying quite a while ago at this point, it's quite possible and would make sense if the difficulties of bonus of unnecessary side areas were, was harder than just the main area, as it does seem. It does seem like the enemies in side areas are tougher. But I don't know about that for sure. And yeah, when it comes to that,
Ogden and his wife have offered to let me and Grant.
all I know for sure is that Path of Exile, a free-to-play this style game, third-person dungeon crawler, essentially, does that, where on the higher difficulty levels, so at anything above normal, which I think is just, something in Cruel? I don't remember. It's been a while since I played Path of Exile. But you know, the optional places in that game are more difficult, and the oh, I don't remember where I was going with that. Anyway, so back to
Thank you
Captain
for your
Rumford.
help, but could you talk some sense into
Nor should she. I gain new strength.
So levels so quickly. It's really fantastic. Love it. Ah, yes, the shockwave. God, I love the shockwave glyph on this. What? I don't get... Poop.
Come, let us search for your
We'll
uncle.
need to open the cathedral first. The guards locked it up before...
It doesn't seem likely the Deckard King could have survived.
He is alive.
You seem quite sure of yourself.
Well, I know the plot. What? In case you're wondering, these three come when you get the guy to level 10, I believe. It allows you to just salvage all the grays, all the blues, or so grays, blues, and yellows, or normal, magic, and rare, all at once. The only exceptions, as you notice, some of them didn't sell or didn't salvage. The exceptions being, oh, but no damage. Why you do this to me, game? The exceptions being crafteds, which you can't resalvage, I don't think. And apparently things you bought. No, sorry, things you bought you can't salvage. And crafted you can, but I don't think are automatically salvaged. Simply because you crafted them, you made them out of the pieces that you salvaged, so the game says, hey, you sure you want to do that? And it's appreciated. At least to me it is. 10 vitality is a good number. Shoes, which I don't have any of. Again, 11 vitality. It's a pretty good number. And pants. Crusader shield. Thanks. You might notice down here that I disable things sometimes. I keep hitting B instead of C to open up my inventory. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, I'm just going to remap that key. So, key bindings. There. Now when I do that, it'll actually open up the thing.
And it is written, a fire will carve a furrow in the sky.
See what I can... Ooh! Yay, sword. That's not a bad sword at all. Better movement speed, so I'll take it. I don't even have anything here. Oh, I accidentally double clicked. What do we get? Lightning seals. I'll do one more. That's better. Nah. What? Weird. Oh, I can't. Apparently I bought those. I tend not to really care about things like that. I just don't keep it in my head. I am gonna grab... Just gonna... put all these in my inventory now, just so I don't have to deal with losing some later.
When Leah told us the dead were pouring out of the cathedral, we quickly went. At first, it seemed we were succeeding, but they just kept coming. They protected me. I am no soldier. I do not know how I made it back here.
Kind of reminds me of the line from the movie 300, which is not all that great movie. Where Leonidas turns to the captain of the Athenians and asks, or just turns to Athenians in general and asks them, yells to them, or just asks them, how many soldiers did you bring? And then he asked one of the guys, you, what's your profession? Oh, I'm a potter. You, what's your profession? I'm a blacksmith, or, this and that. And then he turns back to his own his own army. He goes, Spartans, what is your profession? And they all just yell, hoo-ah, because they're all soldiers, because that's what Spartans did. They used their... Well, I won't get into the history, I don't know it that well, so ignore that. But yeah, amusing. Yeah, this poor guy's a farmer. Oh, poor farmer. Anywho, cart's still blocking the path. Villager's still a villager. Oh, and after every quest, go back in. Go back to Leia's little
This is my room. Do you like it?
She blabs.
A miracle has happened. A hero.
It's a shame that Barb got himself eaten.
I don't believe there's another book in
Doesn't
Kane's
feel
house.
right being in Uncle Deckard's room
there's
when
not.
he's not here.
You can tell because the book would be here. I'd have to go click on it. But since it's not there, there's no new book. So, the only reason I get those is the experience, frankly.
Here, let me open the gate.
Opens up the ruins. I don't know why I couldn't just hack the
Adria was
block
my mother,
off.
but I don't know much about her. She died when I was
pretty weak.
very young. I was raised by Uncle Deckard.
What of your father?
I'm told he was a great warrior who was lost when Tristram fell to the demons.
Yeah, not gonna say anything about that, because I know the truth.
Look! A hidden cellar! Follow me!
Not so hidden, is it? I mean, was it hidden? And
Your mother had her secrets.
People said she was a witch, but I never believed it.
a witch.
Captain Dalton!
Excuse me, I have books to go. I have piles of books to unpile. Oh, I should have swapped to the frost room thing. Oh well, it's gonna take longer than necessary. Always gotta be careful not to get hit by those things in the early game, because you get hit by multiple in a row, which will happen if you stand in them. And you could just very quickly die, and that's just no fun. I mean, it just takes a while to run back.
Here's the key, and my mother's journal. What I've seen of it is disturbing.
I will go. Stay here and learn.
Thank you.
Aiden came to me last night. I suspected what was lurking within his...
How did your mother die?
Well, details are hazy, but I know that Adria was obsessed with chasing the arcane. Uncle Deckard believes that the madness and horror of her life...
I want to know how she met up with Uncle Deckard. And is he really her uncle? You may notice that my main attack is pretty weak.
Smiles on me.
But, I mean, it's the... Yay, leap. Just because it deals damage. But that's mainly because, you know, it's your wrath bill. It's not meant to be not meant to do a lot of damage.
I need fury.
I need to get pissed off. Rawr. Oh dear. That's a lot of peeps.
Volcathos, guide my hand.
Why are these guys so weak? Seriously, they just fell over.
Another poor soul.
Yeah, they had like
more fury.
Half, if that, the health that they should have. Whatever. I'm not gonna argue. What? Oh, they popped up for me. What? Why are there more?
Tristram Cathedral. The fallen star lies within.
Ooh, chest. Oh, pff. Pish aw. Hey aw. That was awkward. I fell down from a long way off. Oh well, missed out on 3 peoples. Sad pandas.
This is where the star fell.
He's good. Oh, and what? I'm lagging just a little. Just enough of a ping to make it so that close goes off. Oh, just... Oop. Oh, yeah, that's as much as I thought it would. New lore that I don't care about. Best part of Leap, right there. Tip for blowing up barrels with AoE like that. You know, cone AoEs. See how I didn't actually get close to it? A little bit of lag. Sorry, tip to blowing up barrels like that is to attack the farthest one in the group, because then you are pretty much guaranteed to get everything in front of it. Whereas if you attack the closer one, or one of the closer ones, you might only hit like the front 2, leaving the back ones untouched. For example, oh no, that hit all of them. I just like to look at that. Things like the bookshelves do count as destruction, so you can use them to keep a thing going, keep a chain going.
Help me! It's inside me! Inside!
There is no help for you.
Creature must die.
Apparently, there's a magic or rare monster nearby. No?
My name is Latdanan, and I'm cursed. Once the captain of King Leoric's army, I lived only to honor my land and my king. No man has a greater love for his king than I had for mine. even as I drove my blade through his dark and corrupted heart.
Ah, here it is. Air carrion bats. Teleporter carrion bats. This is gonna be annoying. Luckily, they have to come in melee range to attack me.
Not enough fury.
Nah, they ran off. Oh, freaking bats. They're doing very little damage to me. Masterwork Sicko. Oh, Sickle. I'm sorry. Ooh. Oh, it's a mighty weapon. Cool. Mighty weapons are barbarian only weapons. I didn't realize that sickles were mighty weapons. I like that. I mean, it kind of makes sense since it's also one-handed. Barbarians are the only ones who would really be able to wield a sickle one-handed. But see how that only got that one barrel? Whereas if I'm over here and I attack the middle one, in that case, I get as close to the front barrel as possible automatically before attacking the rest.
I need fury.
How did that not even hit him? Anyway. I don't actually know how far in this act I'm going to go. Well, I mean, in this run, I'm going to go, not run, video. And it goes, as you can tell from my bumbling just then, I'm quite tired. So,
I will not be denied. More fury.
So it's quite possible that I'm just going to... just gonna rescue Kane and then be done with this video for the night. Because it is 5:45 in the morning for me. Been up for quite a while. And I've been up a while, raided tonight.
Volcathos smiles on me.
Finally killed Shadow Lord Iskar on our first night of fighting Shadow Lord Iskar, which is kind of nice. Yay. Oh, damn it. What is this? Have a chance to reduce overpower. That's a weird one. And it's just a straight up 12-second cooldown. Very strange. Whoops. No reason not to use that. Ground stomp. I like that's after. That's specifically after. So it's a 2-second stun, 4-second stun. So it's 14 total seconds of CC. But stick with leap on that. Oh, sorry, that was quite a yawn. So yeah, gonna be rescuing Deckard Cain. No, I can never say Deckard Cain normally. It's just not right. And then heading off. But as I said, I will be doing all of my barbarian work That's kind of cool. You can see it continue on the bottom. Doing all my Barbarian work on video. I might stream some of it, but I'll definitely be doing it on video at least, so it'll be on my YouTube channel, which is where you're watching this, obviously, since this isn't streamed. That sounds like a treasure pygmy. Yep, that's a treasure pygmy. A nice little note. Aha, there he is. It'll say in the bottom left corner, like in chat, I should say. I don't know if you can ever change where chat is. Oh, a rare belt. But it will say when you've engaged rares, magic, uniques, or treasures. I forgot to change my...
I need fury.
Yay, I'll kill him. Huh.
Some devious little goblins have been robbing our merchants. When pursued, they simply open portals and disappear with the most aggravating chuckle. The peasantry seem to believe that the goblins serve a great demon lord known as Greed.
Since this doesn't spoil any of the plot, they can actually
Lazarus.
open portals to Greed's domain, which is just it's not the same as Whimsydale, which is where the Rainbow Goblins take you. The Rainbow Goblins also are guaranteed to open a portal to Whimsydale. Intelligence, that's awkwardly useless. But they can, when they die, open a portal. I don't know if it's only on Torment difficulty or higher. I don't think it is. I don't know if it's only at max level or higher. Well, or higher, I say, at max level. But yeah, they can open a portal and you can get a ton of money, as well as there's an actual like boss at the end, Greed. Or might be Geed, I don't remember. That can, anyway, the guy at the end can drop a legendary gem that when you kill things, they explode. They have a chance to explode in just a massive shower of gold. Legendary gems are special gems that can only go in rings and amulets, I believe. Thus, you can only have a max of 3 at any given time. They don't require level 70 to be used. You know, just like any gem, they can be used at any level. But they can only be leveled up. Like they can. And they have ranks. And when you get them to max rank of 20, I believe is the max rank. Whatever. They can be. Oh, sorry, and through adventure mode, which will allow you to open up things called rifts, Nephilim rifts. You can. There's a person at the end when you beat the rift that can level up your legendary gems. Based on the likelihood of being able to level the gem is based on the, the chance to level the gem is based on the, shit, level of the rift. The way rifts work is you have a keystone of trials. Because you get these rift fragments. There's rift keystone fragments. I can show you one of my stash when we get back. And these fragments open up lesser rifts. A lesser rift will give you a greater keystone of trials, or just a keystone of trials. That opens up a greater rift of trials, essentially. I don't know exactly the name, but it's just wave after wave of enemies. They have a time limit. I think it's a time limit to complete. Otherwise, it's just until you die. One of the two. And based on how many waves you complete, the
Foul minions, stay back! Back! May this ledge hold. The Skeleton King?
The power of the fallen star awakened me, and soon all will suffer as I have suffered. Gods, bring me his bones!
So anyway, you do the rift, the trial rift, the rift of trials, whatever. And that will give you a greater keystone, that has a level according to how far you got in the trial. Since it's based on just killing things.
Still recharging. Not ready yet.
At the end of the trial, at the end of the Greater Rift, you can, Hawk, I believe, is Dexterity. Yeah. You can talk to a person who can either give you a new gem. I don't believe you get to choose at all, like even like a 1 of 3 type thing. I think it's just a random. But it can give you a gem or level up one of your existing gems. I'm pretty sure it's any of your existing gems, like you don't have to have it on you, but you might. I don't remember. It kind of suck if you had to have it on you. But even so, the rift stays open, so you can run out, grab the gem, and come back. Actually, now I think about it, I think you do have to have it on you because you have to put it in a little slot. And then it'll give you the odds of successfully upgrading it. I don't believe there's any risk. Like, I don't think you lose anything if it doesn't upgrade. But sorry, but you know, it's not a guaranteed. Very, depending on the level of the gem and the level of the trial. I think it's every 10 levels of. No, it has to be like 5 levels of trial correlates to one level of the gem. So like a level 1 through 5 or 1 through 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4 trial would I guess it would be 1 through 5. Yeah, 1 through 5 trial would give a 100% chance to upgrade the gem to level 2. And then like a level 1 trial would be like an 80% chance, or yeah, like 80% chance to level it up to level 3, going up to 100% at level 6. So like a level 5 trial would have a 96% chance of upgrading the gem to level 2. But a level 6 trial would have a 100% chance, and a level 10 trial would have a 100% chance still. And obviously, any higher than, so, 6 plus, and then 11 plus for to get to level 3, for guaranteed to level 3. I'm not positive about those. It's been quite a while since I've done rifts, and I never did all that many to bother memorizing those, because I didn't care that much about getting them, about leveling up my gems, because I knew that I wouldn't get them to max, so I just kind of leveled up what I felt like. But, anyway. Shoot. Oh, and also, when you level up a gem, the strength of the stats itself upgrade, because the legendary gems do cool stuff. For example, the explosion of gold, it has a higher chance of having the enemy explode in gold. Don't think it, and the amount of gold is based on your gold find. So that's how those interact. I don't recall if it gives flat gold find as well that doesn't increase with level. I really don't remember. Anyway. Other things like cause bleed damage on crit, or even like a chance to bleed on hit. And those, the bleed damage or the chance to cause the bleed would increase with each level, and then you get just another bonus at level 20. I'll make a video sometime soon running some greater rifts and going over the legendary gems I have on my on either my crusade, my seasonal crusader, or on my old characters. More likely to be my old characters, simply because I know I can do a Torment 6 difficulty, because there's normal through master. There are 4 difficulties below Torment, and then there are 6 Torment difficulties. Each one giving increased legendary drop chance, as well as once all the Torment difficulties include new chances for certain for special legendaries and set gear. That can only drop in Torment. So I might do some on my pally, but for video showing, just kind of explaining, for an example of rifts, I'll probably just do a solo run on some of my older guys, or do like a Torment 1 run on my pally. Keep calling it pally, Crusader. Sorry. Zarnator the Crusader. Think with a name like Zarnator, I remember that it's not a paladin, but oh well. Too much WoW. And they essentially are paladins, because big old shield, some sort of religious beliefs that they are utterly stubborn on, etc., etc. The only difference is they're not started by space goats. But it'll probably be a while before I get A, any gem slots on this guy's gear, and B, any legendary gems to be using on this guy, simply because, well, it's not that big a deal. I want to get better gear generally for my Crusader before I start trying to run greater rifts. Although I could probably just jump into like a 4-man group, because people tend to be running I don't know how popular it is anymore, but I know back at the beginning of Reaper of Souls, it was pretty easy to find groups that were forming specifically to run tier T6, so Torment 6 difficulty greater rifts. You just tag along, and yeah, and oh, also, I mean, but first, before I can even do those, I need the greater lift, any keystones of trials, because the way you do a greater rift with a group is everyone in the group has to pay 1 keystone of trials. You go into the trial as the 4-man group, 4 being the max party size for T3. So you go in as a 4-man group, you get as far as you can, and everyone gets the same level of trial, or of greater rift, because you've all did the same trial. Now, on occasion, people will just be there like to farm the rift keys, the level level 30 keys, that they can then go and do on their own or with a different group or whatnot. Although most of the groups, at least those, the vast majority of the ones I was in, did the trial and then went straight into the rift itself. Because it requires that level key or higher. So if you have a higher key, then the people you're running with, you just kind of waste your key because it doesn't upgrade it for, it doesn't upgrade the rift to your level. It downgrades your level to the lowest of the group. Well, it makes everyone's the same level as whoever opened the rift. In order to enter the rift at all, you have to have that key, that level of key, or a higher one. Because it opens up a portal. You click on the portal, and it goes. You must use. You must essentially pay to go. And then once inside, you run the whole thing as a group. It's just full of magic, elite, unique people, and once you kill enough and collect these orbs, kind of like the health orbs, these little purple orbs fill up a bar on the lower right, underneath, by the objectives. Once that's full, a Rift Guardian appears. You kill, and he drops a whole bunch of good loot, including, there's guaranteed legendaries, and of course loot's all personal. So there's no fight, no trying to click on it first, because it's whatever you see, only you see. But then the gem person appears, and they can either give you a gem, upgrade a gem, I think. Oh no, sorry. I think now that I think about it, I think the Guardians have a chance at dropping the legendary gems. Chance, that is. They don't always. And then the person who appears once you've beaten the Guardian can upgrade it can upgrade a gem for you. And but they can also upgrade, well, not upgrade your keystone of trial, your greater keystone, the one you use to open up the greater rift itself. But they can give you I believe just one level higher than whatever level you just ran. So if you ran a level 20 keystone, or level 20 greater rift, you can get a level 21 keystone to open up a level 21 greater rift, and you can keep climbing the ladder that way, which just allows you to grind out the higher difficulty zone in order to upgrade your legendary gems, should you have no other way of doing so. If you can't find a good group, or are always playing alone, or maybe you're off in the middle of nowhere and always have a really terrible ping, who knows. But yeah, anyway, that's how those work.
Oh, thank you.
I have need of your knowledge, Deckard Cain. Leah will be...
Oh, it is wonderful to hear that Leah is well. I feared the worst. I learned of this secret passage through old
I just
maps
realized
I
it didn't
found.
do the very opening cinematic. To show like what
We
the
must
hell
discuss
happened
the
in the
fallen
first
star.
place.
Follow me.
So
to
I'll go
Tristram.
back. If I could, well, real quick. See if there's any. Oh no, I wasn't here yet. Never mind. I was on the other side of the gate. Jump around. So now this gate's open, which is happy fun times. Actually, now that I think about it, within 9 yards. 9. Such an odd number, 9. There's still damage. There we go. That felt like killing them because they got away easy. Anywho. So, do this. Do a quick cut.
I have honored my pledge to Leah and rescued Cain. All that stands between me and the mystery of the fallen star is the Skeleton King, whose return has again darkened Tristram.
Okay, so we're back here. Still nothing in Kane's house. I don't think Leah will have a new book yet, because I haven't started the next quest. Yes. Okay, so I gotta start the next quest before I can get the next book.
Uncle, you're alive!
Thanks to you.
Time is running short.
Not much, I'm afraid. Though the prophecy of the...
Please, Uncle, not more of your
I
story.
grow in power.
Level 10 already. Yeah, buddy. Anyway, so let's see. Can I use any weapons? Let's see. 29, 17, 35, 55, 70, 70, 29. These are both... Oh, sorry, that's a bunch of Crusader-only bonuses. That's why they're down there. This is 17 and 22, 23, 32, 14. Oh, sweet. So, got some stuff coming up soon. Nice passive. Neither of them are a big deal. That's kind of awesome, if necessary, but again, this would be nice for boss fights. Just because melee is often tough in boss fights, especially if I'm going on more damage-oriented, you know, single two-handed weapon as opposed to a sword and shield, like weapon and shield. But this is what I want. Because I'll probably be using swords and mighty weapons. Polearms aren't bad either, but I'm gonna try to avoid the maces and axes. Crit chance just isn't that good on this. Plus the first thing I'm gonna have is a two-handed sword, and then... Oh, no, I was right. Anyway, so a two-handed sword. Sword and mace, right? Sword and mace are the same for this? No, sorry, sword and dagger are the same. Mace and axe are the crit. So yeah, I'll probably stick with the sword, and then hopefully find a mighty weapon somewhere. polearms also are nice, and like I said, mighty weapons. Just fury is always good. Don't think I got anything else. Let's see if got any more books yet. Oh no, I didn't pick up the next quest. So let's go talk to people. See who has what to say.
I've spent most of my life traveling from place to place.
What does your uncle
He's
say?
convinced that the forces of hell will invade our world and bring about the end time.
What did you learn of your mother?
She wasn't from Tristram originally. She was in search of something, but I'm not.
Oh look, Hadrig's gone. I wonder why. This is so weird.
So this is how it ends? They dragged my cart from the road, but for what?
And then you would rise as a shambling corpse and find my blade buried in your skull. You still live. Make the best of it.
Excellent. Barbarians don't give a shit. Pretty fantastic.
Geldo, how sweet of you to ask. My people, the Vetchin, are nomads, always traveling. You know, men have always pursued me for my visions.
My future holds death for those...
Always with the fighting and the battle cries.
Yeah, she really likes to, comfort people.
Ah, very interesting topic.
That doesn't sound...
Oh, I never said I'd tell you the interesting.
I love that. I love covetous Shen.
You are very brave to venture outside the town gates.
The fallen stars found...
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, sure you did.
I do like this Descartes Kane fellow. It's
You
rare.
two do not seem very simple.
We both had rather interesting experiences with the Zakharum priestesses in our youth, so...
Oh la la, I shall have to talk to Deckard Cain about that. You know, not at all.
Are you troubled?
It's
May she recover quickly.
Hey, I got a bonus thingy.
Did you hear? Old Rumford has us down to half rations. How are we supposed to fight if we're starving?
The rest of the town is down to quarter, including my wife. But you can quit if you want.
Leah spent all night alongside the blacksmith's wife.
Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah
The
blah
Skeleton
blah.
King was once our beloved lord, Leor. He lost both of his sons and his very soul
A
before...
sad tale, but I
The
see...
key to defeating him lies in his...
Oh look, the introduction of
You
Hadrig.
should not dismiss the signs so lightly. Do you not believe the evidence of your own eyes?
Horrors have visited Tristram before.
I am the last of the Horodrim. I couldn't always claim this. In fact, if I had...
You cannot believe this.
When the first signs appeared, I did nothing. I had shrugged the... I have tried to make up for my failings. Leah and I have spent her lifetime scouring the world. If I can decipher it, we will have the key to defeat...
You and Leah seem to care much.
I do not know what my life... Oh, it must have been difficult for Leah. But though she has seen her share of mysterious things, the prophecy of the end days is contained. It is a warning to those who could interpret it regarding Hell's ultimate invasion of our world. Written by many, all known versions of the prophecy are incomplete. I have spent a good part of the past...
Diablo drove Leoric to...
Leoric resisted Diablo's attempts to possess him, but the effort left him weak and confused. When his son Albrecht was killed...
And after he became...
He commanded an army of the dead deep within the cathedral. Many adventurers tried and failed to slay the Skeleton King. It was left to Leoric's...
Nope, still no book. Nothing here. Should be a book here, though. Yep.
Uncle Deckard is home.
You know what would take everyone's mind off their troubles? One of the others.
Oh, and anyway, I'm gonna be done here. Last thing I'm gonna do is leave. So that I can show yeah. I hope it's this one. Yes. Okay.
And at the end of days, the first sign shall appear in the heavens. Justice shall fall upon the world of men. The armies of light and shadow will clash across the fields of eternity. Leah, are you all right, my girl?
It was nothing, Uncle. Just a bad dream. We should be getting you home.
But there's still work to be done. If these translations are correct, the powers of hell could already be on the move. The world must be told of the coming darkness. You do believe me, don't you, Leah? It has begun.
Leave it, Uncle! It's not important!
So there you go. That's the lead into it all. That wraps up my play for the night. I will see you guys again next time.